Associated with ACE Engineering, I have taken various programs like Life's main classes, Postal Study course, test series, and interview.
Hello friends, we are back with this ACE preparation league, and we are here with another session for the preparation strategy for algorithms. My name is Abhishek Sharma, and again this session I will take you through the different ways you can now see this algorithm, because GATE examination is very near, and you might be started revising it or completing this course of algorithm. You might be solving some PYQs, but here in this case I will take you through this in today's session with all those questions that has been asked in last 3 set of papers. I am not actually going to solve the paper here for you, because we are going to strategize how to proceed and prepare for this upcoming examination, that is GATE 2023. So previously also the same session I said about the patterns, the weightage and then distribution. Here also I have ready with that, but in this session I thought that let's do something different from the previous session, that algorithm session that I have taken previously. And in this session I thought that let's walk through this paper of 2022, one paper, and set 2021. We have 2 sets of the paper, and see that what is the kind of question they are asking in recent year. Now, why I'm saying it, because when we do prepare for this examination, we learn concepts and we solve question. So generally what happens is that we don't get the exact blueprint or exact picture of what kind of the question is asked, because we solve the question in parts. Suppose you are learning the topic of asymptotic notation, so you cover or try to cover most of the question from that particular topic, that is asymptotic notation. Now, but what is the recent question is being asked? When you are practicing it, you solve generally question maybe 10 years back or 15 years back. But what is the recent question asked? And when we put all the topic together, then how the question paper looks like. Okay, so that way that will give you a totally different perspective when I walk you through this entire paper, which is from algorithm topic. So now I'll start with the basic thing, and as you know that this subject is algorithm as mentioned in the syllabus, but this particular topic is considered as design and analysis of algorithm. And reason is very simple, that there are 2 aspects of the algorithm. First aspect is the analysis aspect, and another aspect is the design aspect. So design part and analysis part. Analysis part, now I think we are at the almost examination is near. So I believe that you have done with this algorithm subject, and analysis is about all about your asymptotic notations. Okay, so analysis is all about your asymptotic notations. And then we have with this notation, what do we have is the best case, worst case and average case. Design part, in that respect we have 3 major design technique, which is we learned as divide and conquer, greedy method, and the third technique that we have is the dynamic programming. Okay, so this is the third. Okay, dynamic programming. So we are aware of it, and I should not mention this thing because that is very primitive thing. So design and analysis of algorithm. Syllabus wise, let's see one time the syllabus. Syllabus start with saying that searching, sorting and hashing. So generally we cover searching, we generally talk about linear search and binary search. That is the 2 searching methods that we have. Sorting, we have range of sorting, insertion, selection. and then insertion shot, selection shot, and then your bubble shot, primitive, then merge shot, quick shot that we cover in divide and conquer, and then counting shot, radic shot, and that is the thing that normally we cover. This is the another part which is what as it is written asymptotic, worst case, and time and space complexity. Then we have a design where greedy, dynamic, and divide and conquer. Here this part becomes a little bit tricky. Reason is they do not mention that what is subtopics of greedy, dynamic, and divide and conquer. So now what we generally do is we go through this, previous year question, maybe 20, maybe 30-year questions, and we try to find out what the topics are stressed in this. But again, the subtopic is not mentioned over here. Traversal. Now here it mentioned only graph traversal. Traversal, we know that DFS and BFS. And there are a lot of application of DFS, which include your topological sorting and strongly connected component and bi-connected component. So this topic is again not mentioned properly in the syllabus, but you have to go through all these subtopics, which is topological sorting, strongly connected component, and bi-connected component. These are the subparts of it. And finally, minimum spanning tree. Now, this particular topic has a separate mentioned in the syllabus, and generally we study this particular topic as a part of greedy method, but the syllabus mentioned it separately. Similarly, shortest path got a separate mention in the syllabus, that shortest path and spanning tree got the separate mention. Whenever we talk about shortest path, that is your Dijkstra algorithm, single source shortest path, and in networking also we know the term the link state routing. So your link state routing is also based on this algorithm that is called as the Dijkstra algorithm. So that is also got a separate mention. So this is what they have mentioned in the brochure. This year also the same, no change in this. Another thing that while preparing, that you may come across some question which is related with NP hard and NP complete. So sometime I get this query, what about NP hard, NP complete, which is which syllabus or which subject it is part of it. So answer is it was there till 2015. In 2015 the syllabus changes, and after that there is no question from that particular part, which is NP hard and NP complete. So now it is not part of your syllabus, and this is the only syllabus that we have in our hand. So this is the syllabus part, and I believe that you have covered the topic as well as subtopic. But GATE syllabus is a bit tricky in a sense that the subtopics are never mentioned, and only one who is following the GATE examination, or you, if you can analyze the past 25-30 years of the paper, then you can get the other subtopics. Otherwise, only mentioning divide and conquer and greedy doesn't make any sense. Now, so what I will going to do here in this case is, let's see the previous year question. What is the topic and subtopic? Please understand, we are here to strategize, not to solve the question. So practice part, important concept, that is a separate session, and tomorrow we will go through that particular part, that practicing or important concept related with this. Here we'll try to figure it out how the paper is looking like 2022. So this is one question, and it says that which of the following statement true about all the positive function Fn. So now here this is the first question, it's a 1 mark question, and you can see here that for a positive function it is asking about some theta notation, small o notation, big O notation, and omega notation. So this question is from what? From asymptotic notation. This is the first question, 1 mark question, which belongs to your asymptotic notation. So that is the last year paper, and that is the 1 mark question for this. Second topic is about the hash table. Suppose we are given n keys with m hash table. So this is another question from the hashing part. Okay, so this is another question. We are not solving this question right now. This question solutions are already available in YouTube, and you can go through with this GATE 2022 solution. You will find those answers, explanation. Last year, you can search this this 2022 answers for data structure and algorithm, you will find those videos also in YouTube. So we are not here for solve this question, we are just going through and see how the paper looks like. So this is another question. Now this is the question which is category is your MSQ and it's a 2-mark question, and here in this case there is a function is given to you, and this function we can say it's a recurrence relation. Okay, so this is a recurrence relation question. Now in this recurrence relation question, now anyone can claim that, because recurrence relation is something which is floating through the topic of algorithm and discrete mathematics. So you can say that yes, it's a discrete mathematical question, or maybe some of you may claim that okay, we learn solving more and more recurrence relation in algorithm also, so you can take it. But this is one of the difficult question asked in form of multiple select question. So there is another question MSQ, and in this previous video I told you that MSQs are not going to be easy. They need to create a lot of difference in terms of the final score or final marks you are going to get. Because here if it is one recurrence relation is given to you, and then which of the following statement is true, 4 statements are given to you. Now here you have to go through each and every statement over here. So here you will find that all the 4 options to be checked. That is another question from this. Then comes here weighted this spanning tree, undirected graph, and some whose age weights are distinct, and which of the following statement is for MST. So now the another question is from the MST, A, B, C, D, and question category again in this case is MSQ. So spanning tree question. And then this is the sub part of it here in this case is that C and D option. So quite big question, and you need to go with this always, like here the age with the second smallest weight will be always part of MS tree, right? So now this is the first instance, always previous year question if you analyze, you will find always about the first smallest element, smallest edge weight will be always part of the MST. That is a true statement. Here the question is about whether the second smallest element will be part of it. Then it is asking the same question about one or both edges with the third and the fourth smallest element will be part of the minimum spanning tree. Now the question dimensions are changing. You see here nowadays there is no question where find the cost of the MST and let's say how many MSTs are possible. That kind of question is not there. A theoretical question is there, logical question is there, whether you have to think over here that whether the smallest element will be always part of it, smallest edge weight will be always part of it, because the Kruskal algorithm always start including the first edge weight as the smallest edge weight, and it is already mentioned here in this case is distinct. So what about the second and third? Then it says something about cut what here in this case is about one of the vertex S by V. So some other conditions are given to you. And then G has a multiple spanning tree, that is one of the option. Another question here is from this particular topic is also in this case is MST. Okay, so this is MST, minimum spanning tree, and this category here in this case is NAT here. So let us summarize here that what happens here in this is there is a question from the hashing 1 mark, question from the asymptotic complexity which is basically notation 1 mark, 2 question from spanning tree. Okay, so this is the topic which has separate mention, but I'll say here fine, in this case both are, we generally read in greedy, so I'll say greedy method. And then 1 question is from the recurrence relation, which you can say that okay, this is question from the maybe discrete mathematics or recurrence relation. So including that also, now the total marks here that we have the question asked here in this case is total 8 marks of the question asked, and if you look at them together all these questions, then you will find that it's a tough, really difficult kind of type of question asked from this particular topic. Within that you got one of them as here as this is MCQ, only MCQ, this is MSQ, again MSQ, and another one is NAT. Okay, so among this you find that there are one MCQ, two MCQ, two MSQ and one NAT question. So in this case, that is also classification is needed. You must understand that in this algorithm, two questions are MSQ question including the recurrence relation, and one question is NAT and two question is MCQ question. So what is the suggestion here? Suggestion is that now the things that it is not going to be very easy, because here at least in 2022 paper was not very easy, but that is the topic they have focused on. And together they are asking in this case is total 8 marks of the question. Now, this is the final picture that we got here in case of algorithm, where weightage of the algorithm come across in this case is 8% of the question in 2022. 2022 it has been come out that algorithm is 8 and spanning tree sole topic which is having 2 question and total 8 marks of the question asked. That doesn't suggest anything, but it just say the kind of type of question. My intention or my for this particular session what I want to focus on is that how these things are being distributed and what kind of type of question they are asking. Is it a regular question or it is a difficult question? So answer is that last year algorithm questions were not straightforward, simple. Okay, not a straightforward question, and any question if you think that we will attempt all the question from this algorithm, it is really quite tough and mammoth task here, because they are not very straightforward, and nowadays they have worked very hard in creating the question. Then what to do? Okay, the another thing is what to do that if the questions are very difficult. To understand that you don't need to worry about the difficulty, or you don't need to speculate that questions will be very difficult. Don't do this thing. You concentrate on the basics that you have, the basics of hashing, the basics of spanning tree, the basic of recurrence relation, and whatever amount of the practice that you are getting, because question will not repeat. Maybe pattern, some part may repeat. In spanning tree, if you cover each and every question, previous year question, so definitely that MSQ question where second smallest element, first smallest element or third smallest element is doable, because that kind of question is asked in the examination. So do not worry and do not speculate that the questions will be very difficult. Okay, they can be difficult, there can be easy question also, but that doesn't change the fact that difficult is for all. It is difficult for if you have completely prepared, if it is getting difficult for you, then it is difficult for all of them. So do not speculate, only concentrate on the basic aspect of each particular topic. If it is difficult, fine, we will leave and we will solve those questions that we can attempt. So optimization, like in greedy algorithm and dynamic programming, we often talk about optimization. So out of 65 questions that you are going to get, all of them you will be able may not be able to solve it, right? So all of them you have to optimize, you have to plan your study in a such a way so that, okay, algorithm part is difficult, but there are other sections where questions may be easy. Okay, you are not only preparing for this only algorithm, right? So some section, maybe in some other paper you will find algorithm questions are easy, but the operating system questions are difficult. So that pattern will continue. Some areas are there where they will really challenge you and ask you very difficult question. That will happen every year. Okay, so we don't need to focus on this. Based on this question, we should not be worried about, okay, we need to prepare that level. Don't prepare that level. Only focus on what? Focus on the basics. And if it has to follow, if it is your basics are clear, on that particular moment in the examination, if it is doable, you will do it. Otherwise, you skip and concentrate only on those parts which you can solve. Okay, so that is one thing about the 2022. Let's walk through 2021. So this is the first set paper that we are analyzing, and in this case, this particular topic here is maximum minimum problem that we do in divide and conquer. So here it is talking about max and min problem that we generally cover in DNC, divide and conquer. So one question from divide and conquer. Generally it has been said that divide and conquer questions are not more, but there was a question from this topic, divide and conquer, max min problem. This is a typical question that they ask, generally we practice that what is the asymptotic, what are the options to arrange the increasing order of their asymptotic complexity. 3 functions are given to you, and generally all the function is having power values, and generally when there is a power value we generally take the log and put the n value and then compare the value, not as a function, as a value comparison. So that will help you to solve this question, not a difficult 1 mark question. Second question, the next question is from the topic of sorting, where they have given an increasing order sequence, and they ask here in this case is that least number of comparisons. So which will require least number of comparison if it is sorted. So each sorting algorithm is having its own characteristic, own number of comparisons. Comparison is sometimes the complexity only, because comparison part, if you look at each algorithm of the sorting, then generally comparison, key comparison that happens is within that like inner for loop only. There only we compare the element. So how many comparison based on that? 1 mark question from this sorting. The next question is again a 1 mark question, and here now you feel okay, age weights are missing in this cases, but the age weight was given into this and we need to find the number of minimum MST. So a regular question. See, so like 2022 was difficult, then 21 was also difficult, not the case. Sorting question, a regular asymptotic ordering question, max min problem question. Okay, so doable. Up to here everything is doable. 4 questions are there and you can really solve this question very easily with your normal preparation. No need to go very detail of everything. Even you have normally practiced this question, you will be able to solve those ones. This is the one topic where they have really taken this particular asymmetric recurrence relation. This is the first instance where they have taken this asymmetric recurrence relation into different level. Because till that the recurrence relation was asked was symmetric in the nature. Now you understand the pattern also. Now 2021 was there one of the very difficult question, 2022 one of the very difficult question from the recurrence relation, and this is another instance where a asymmetric recurrence relation is given to you. Now how to approach and solve this question? So maybe tomorrow we can discuss this particular part, but generally we have this situation. Then we solve it by using recurrence tree. Okay, so we generally solve this question by recurrence tree method, and this goes here in this way that if the cost at each level and the height, the cost and height depends upon, so that you need to go here, but it is something different and it's a 2 mark question. That means it was challenging you to solve this particular question, that particular instance. So now it is doable or not, that you decide. Find a recurrence tree for this and try to figure it out. That what will be the recurrence relation will give you answer as. But with the moment you use the notation, that means the part belongs to algorithm, and prepare for this recurrence tree first instance. First time in the GATE examination history they have asked this particular question over here. So this is one question, and this is the another question that is a surprise for you, 2021. What was the surprise? That a new topic. This generally we don't cover, means you don't find any question, any mention of rod cutting problem. So this is a rod cutting problem introduced the first time. They have introduced the rod cutting problem in 2021. Rod cutting problem is a very simple problem that we solve by using the approach of our design technique of dynamic programming. So that is a new problem, that was a surprise, and that surprise even come with the package of MSQ, multiple select question. So multiple answers are correct. So not an easy question, 2 mark question, and not an easy question because it is MSQ question. So you will really feel, because when we prepare, generally we don't see 1 mark question or 2 mark question, but the preparation and your optimization, maximum getting score, this will totally depend upon how many 2 mark question you solve correctly. Because you see the weightage here, you see the weightage 65 questions are there, 65 questions, you see this, 65 questions, 10 question goes for aptitude and 55 goes for your core paper. Among this 10 question, 5 is 1 mark, and this is very basic thing, generally we ignore during this preparation, and that is 2 mark. What is the here? 25 question 1 mark and 30 question 2 mark. Now, look at here that your weightage. So weightage is for 1 mark is what? 30% question is going to give you fetch a single mark, 1 mark. And 70% question will fetch you how many marks? 2 marks. That means weightage of 70% is more than double actually. So your performance should be better where the question consists of, let's say, more marks, 70%. Here you have to perform better. Within this 35 question, you have to perform better. And believe me, among this 35 question, 20 to 22, 20 question means around 40 marks. Okay, 20 questions. If you attempt properly, 20 question you attempt it correct, that goes to 40 marks. And among this 30 question, even if you get here in this case is 22 question if you get it correct. I am asking too much for 1 mark, but they are doable. Among this 30, 22 if you got it correct, you get 22, 62, around 62 marks you will get. Your seat in IIT will be secured. Only 20 question from 2 marks you will be able to do, then your IIT seat will be confirmed, guaranteed. But it is not easy because every year same trend. Every last year even it was very less number of marks, around 57 marks people admitted into the IIT. So your performance in 2 mark question, and they are not straightforward. Look at this question. This will really surprise you if you have not done the rod cutting previously. Or if you have a good aptitude, then definitely you will be able to solve. But sometime what happens now, when you are nervous, when you are giving the examination, there is an extra pressure you feel. And until unless you have an open brain and 3 hours of the examination exhausting, if you can really pull it up, means you can find out the correct answer, it's an achievement. So this is one question, that surprising question. So that is also surprising. This was also surprising in 21. Next question, see here that the topic of this question is DFS. And what are the topic it is asking about? Articulation point. After many years, they have again, concentrated on this particular topic, which is articulation point. In between, you won't find much question related with articulation. And there they have given into the depth of this articulation point, which is basically calculated by Tarjan algorithm. So there is one Tarjan algorithm, and there are some theorem related with articulation point. It's an application of DFS only. But they have taken this as a MSQ and articulation point. The graph traversal is the topic here in this cases. And this was again surprising from this dynamic hashing question asked from this hashing topic. Dynamic hashing, this particular question. And look at the comprehension type of question. Though it is not difficult, but it is a comprehension type of question, very lengthy question. So you see the standard of 2 mark question. The moment 2 mark question comes, the whole scenario changes. When we are dealing with 1 mark, it was easy, fine, doable. The moment we come to 2 mark question, again things are not very straightforward, and these are not too difficult question, but something may surprise you here in this case. This, and this is hashing. So this is the summary that come out here in this case. Is hashing, they have asked 1 question from 2 marks. Traversal 2 marks, which is articulation point. rod cutting 2 marks, spanning tree 1 mark, number of spanning tree, recurrence relation asymmetric 1 mark, sorting 1 mark, notation 1 mark, and maximum problem 1 mark. So quite a huge weightage here for algorithm. The 12% of the quotient, 12 marks of the quotient, here marks means percentage because out of 100 we are commenting in this case. So here the 12 marks of the quotient asked from this particular topic. So now look at all of them together. Look at all of them together. Then you will understand that what is the current, current scenario or current type of question asked here in this case. So something new. Every year they are trying to take out something new from the bag, or something new, untapped area that we called it. So that kind of thing is happening. Regular questions are not coming. Maybe from algorithm not coming regular question. Maybe other different sections regular questions are coming. So be prepared with this. So this is one set 1 analysis. Let's go through set 2 analysis, where a regular question, 1 mark question, spanning tree, and 2 statements are given to you regarding this spanning tree. So that is one question from spanning tree, doable 1 mark question. This is a simple question from DFS and BFS, but you have to apply the DFS and BFS in a CBT, complete binary tree with 7 nodes. So fine, this is okay also. And this is about binary search. This is the searching, or we generally learn this thing in DNC, divide and conquer. So binary. So 1 mark question, you see, totally 3 questions are there, and I believe with your preparation you can answer 1, 2 and 3. All the 3 questions are doable in the examination. Let's come to 2 mark question, where the major challenge you will face. This question, and fortunately this year for second set for 2021, this particular question is about master method. Okay, so here you can see that this question is dealing with master method. What about master method? So you know that there are some cases involved in the master method, and this question is asking those cases directly. So here this you can go through option, and the examination you may tend to forget the things, but here this question is about very simple case from the master method, 2 mark question, and if you really prepared well, you will be answering this question very easily. One question from the master method. Another question, that is your MSQ, and where it belongs. So this belongs to again graph traversal, and what are the topics it is talking about? Topological ordering. We know topological ordering is a application of DFS, which is topological ordering, and we know that if the cycle exists, topological ordering is not possible. So here a cycle exists here. If a cycle exists anywhere, then topological ordering is not possible. So here cycle exists, the graph does not have a topological ordering, MSQ, so this statement is a true statement. What is the another part here? Classifying edges as the back edge. So now here it is saying that DFS traverses starting from the vertex S classifies 3 directed edges as the back edge. So back edge question is there, that here in this case there will be 3 edges will be classified as back edge. So look at the length of the question, big question, and again a 2 mark question. Strongly connected component, again one of the application that we need to know, that the graph does not have a strongly connected component. So A to B, B to A, that is reachability here, and for each vertex there is a directed path from U to V. Path is there or not. So summarizing everything, this covered everything except articulation point, every topic. So this is not one question, it is comprised of 4 questions. You have to take topological sorting, you have to take the back edge, you have to find strongly connected component, and there is a directed path. Okay, so there are comprised of 4 questions, and that makes the difference. MSQ will play very important role in coming examination. How to deal with it? For dealing with it, you have to judge the problem and accurately decide it. The best part is that there is no negative marking. For MSQ, do remember a very small thing, that for MSQ there is no negative marking, but there is no partial credit also. Partial credit in a sense that you won't get marks if your one or two options are correct. You won't get marks for that. So big question, and doable or not? Yes, a bit of effort if you put, you can pull it off this question. Definitely doable in the examination, but you must have a very good practice of back edges, understanding of all this thing. Next is what? Next is a very surprising question, which is from consider the string A, B, B, double C, D, double D, and triple A in this cases, and this is here the assignment, the minimum length we satisfy the encoded string, binary assignment encoded string. So this particular question is from Hoffman code greedy method. So in 2021 there was a question from Hoffman code, and which is a greedy method. So what is the summary? This paper was set to questions were relatively from paper 2020 to 2021 was doable. 2022 was a difficult paper from algorithm perspective, but 21 is doable. You can find the Hoffman binary encoding into this. So this is the summary, that what you got here in this is graph traversal. We got two questions, one in form of DFS and another topological sorting and all. Greedy method, we got spanning tree one question, number of spanning tree one, S1 and S2, which one is true, and Hoffman coding we got. DNC, there is a 3-mark question. So total here the number of marks in this case is 9 marks of the question asked from this particular topic. Okay, 9 marks of the question asked from this particular topic. That is the analysis here, and here we can say that algorithm weightage here in this case is 9 marks. So what happens here is that whenever if you go through this browser, then there are 4 different type of question is asked. So I'll just say why the things comes down to algorithm and it becomes difficult relatively to other subjects. Okay, why algorithm itself becomes a difficult subject? There is a particular reason for it. Why we don't face much difficulty in other subject, but when it comes down to the one of the topic where analysis is required, so why it becomes difficult? So this is the analysis of previous 3, and I just walk you through this paper. And if you have not done, because generally when we are preparing, we see the things in parts, we don't see a complete paper. So look at the complete paper now. Okay, look at the complete paper now, and don't get afraid of it. Your preparation is, if you have done, if you are continuously solving PYQs, if you have concentrated on each and every topic, you should not bother about difficult question whether it will happen or not. Don't worry about it. Have a free mind that okay, we will focus on the fundamental. That is the thing that I will suggest for algorithm, that focus only on the fundamental aspect. Try to have each corner is covered, and maximum pre-YQ question 80 to 90% must be solved. Now we know that what can come. Let the examination come and let the new question come. We will try to handle it. If it is difficult, it is difficult for all. But the main thing in this here that we lack here is the PYQ coverage. So PYQ is the trickiest part, and we must work on PYQs, previous year question, that if we get for each question, we have to get a better understanding, deeper understanding. No, not in a manner, okay, this is the answer. No, you have to go option by option, and you have to comment about every option, that why it is correct, why it is not correct. So that way we need to proceed for any competitive examination by analyzing the PYQ papers. So this is the analytical aspect of it. And now look at the previous year beyond here in this case is 2022 means backward other papers here. So here you will find that this we have done last three columns we have done. 2020 question was 8, and here you will find that 6 marks, 8 marks, 10 marks, 6 marks. So let's see this. 7, 12, 7, 7, 10, 10, 7, 10, 9, 11. So now if you analyze that, the minimum marks is asked is 6 and maximum marks is asked in 12. Okay, that is the range of question. Minimum number of question here, maximum number of question is 8 and minimum number of question is 4. So 4 to 8, that is the range, and 6 to 12, that is the range. And with that I can say that okay, 4 to 8, so we can say 5 to 6 on an average. The average number of question here in this case is 5 to 6 and marks is 8 to 9, this is average value. So 8 to 9% of the question and 5 to 6 marks of the question will be asked in the exam, will maybe asked in the examination. What will be the next paper, how it will be. So let's not speculate, don't speculate. Try to fine. It is a difficult question to understand, that not only for you, for everyone. MSQ, yes, MSQ is a bit challenge, but for MSQs it's not that they are asking question out of the syllabus. These questions, topological and strongly connected components, these all are part of syllabus only. Okay, so this is one analysis, and this I'll only say that fundamentals must be clear. So whenever we prepare, you cannot go directly and solve the difficult question. You solve simple question and try to cover all the fundamental related with every topic, fundamental. This should be clear. Will it help? Yes, it will help you that to gain the confidence, and if you have a logical brain and if you can handle the pressure, don't get nervous in the examination, difficult question also will be able to figure it out. If not, let's optimize. Think in that way. Difficult for you, then if you have prepared all the years, it is difficult for all. Okay, so that thinking must be present for the algorithm. Now, another thing is that you may not be aware of it, but there are 4 kind of type of question asked in the examination. When a paper is created, there are certain category which is called here in this cases, that is a recall type question. If you have read the brochure, then you'll understand. Recall, application, comprehension, and analysis and synthesis. If you go through the brochure, then you will find that what is the kind of type of question asked. So this is basically, they are saying there are 4 categories the question they will ask: recall type, application type, and comprehension type, and an analysis type. Within that, you understand that these are some parts from the learning outcome that is called as a Bloom's taxonomy. So learning outcome, when you learn a concept, when you learn something, so there are various stages of learning. So within that, the first stage of the learning is recalling, the memorization. Can you recall the concept? Can you recall the DFS? Can you recall the breadth first search? So recalling type of question, that is one. Second level in this case is, can you apply the concept here? If you give you an instance, can you do the DFS traversal? Okay, so within that, the highest level of the learning outcome is analysis. Highest level means in among these 4, the top level of the learning outcome is analysis. Means can you analyze the situation and and solve the problem? Analysis. So there is 4 different categories of the question: analysis, recall, then application, comprehension, synthesize, and analysis. So that is basically nothing but these are the subparts of the Bloom's taxonomy. That is learning outcome. You can check this particular word, Bloom's taxonomy. So what happens is this, that why algorithm is we face difficulty not in other subject. Algorithm subject sitting on the top level of this learning, analysis. Algorithm is all about design and analysis of an algorithm, where you have to design something. See, what other thing is, there is a process, you have to learn the process, recall and apply. That is the thing we do. We have a formula and apply that particular concept into this. In algorithm, the idea about is that you design. You will be given a new situation like BST. Last year there is a last year, one of the data structure question is that you are given a binary search tree and you have to design and what is the best case complexity, what is the best algorithm, what is the complexity of best algorithm that will find an element which is lesser than greatest element. Okay, so now this is what they are asking you to design something, and for that designing various different parts are there. So designing an algorithm required logical thinking, and not even small level, highest level of logical optimized, and they want an optimized answer. What is the best algorithm to do this thing? Right? So that, because the subject is about the designing and analyzing, and these two parts are basically the highest learning outcome. Means when you totally cross every other learning aspect, then finally you come to this aspect of designing and analysis. So because it is an analyzing, that is why this subject is different from other subjects, because here your learning outcome directly required to analyze the answer. And that is why the things become difficult than other subjects. So here the subject characteristic, subject is itself is include the design and analysis. That is one thing. So here, because it is in the highest learning outcome, this subject belong, and that is why this is not as the same as different subject. So that is why we face difficulty. But again, as I said, that do not we must face it, but we must not hope that this will happen. Speculation. Don't think in that way. So strategy should be very simple. Strategy should be very simple, that we will cover all the fundamental aspect. I will cover my syllabus. Never do the mistake of leaving a topic. What happens is, suppose you know that question will come from, like what we can say, what we can expect. Then if you ask me what is the topic that you will say that okay, this particular topic question will come from, then I will say the question will, if you ask me, there will be question from spanning tree, one question, maybe two question. There will be question from recurrence relation or asymptotic notation, three question, total three, means two spanning tree and one there. There will be one question I am expecting from graph, four question. And there will be one question either DNC or other part of the greedy or dynamic programming, 5 questions. So that is my guess here, that if you ask me that what are the topics, so this is I am guessing, this is all guess, that I am expecting that there will be 2 questions from spanning tree, MST. Will be one question from either recurrence relation or asymptotic notation, one another guess. There will be one question from graph traversal. And there will be one question from DNC, either DNC or greedy or dynamic. But every year only one topic is stressed, and we cannot predict this one question. One question will be there from rest of the part. DNC, either it will pick DNC, either it will pick Hoffman coding, or it will pick any new problem, maybe dynamic problem. Let's hope not new problem, whatever the problem that is available. So this is my prediction, that there will be 5 questions, a minimum 5 questions may be there, and these are the topic. Now what to do, how to prepare. So now go ahead and you can prepare all this topic, and it is almost covered everything actually. MST covered, recurrence relation, asymptotic, comprehensive level covered, graph traversal, all the parts, topological, strongly by connected articulation, everything covered, and greedy method covered. So this is my prediction. Okay, this is not something that is going to happen. This is a prediction here in this case. And why I am predicting here in this case is because this analysis is there for entire PYQ. Okay, why I am predicting this? This is the entire PYQ analysis, and what this PYQ means from 1991 to 2021. If I just accumulate all the question and if I present you in this form, this is what the result. And it says that this topic, asymptotic notation and recurrence relation, consists of 38% of the question belongs to that. Means highest probability is what? Highest probability is asymptotic notation and recurrence relation. But current trend suggests otherwise, but fine. Another topic which is of high weightage if you solve the PYQ is searching and sorting because of your merge sort and quick sort. After that, the next topic which is very important in this case is MST. So current trend is suggest with this current trend, spanning tree and shortest path. And if you include the graph, 24% is your greedy method. 38% is what? Asymptotic. And 24%, around 24% are from MST. So that is something which is, you have to understand and prepare accordingly. So suggestion wise, I already told you my prediction that these are the topic that will be concentrated, and this is not in this that I have not done. I have only done the analysis over here that which topic belongs to where, what percentage. So 24% this. Searching and sorting, though generally quick sort and merge sort, everyone is preparing for this GATE examination will do searching and sorting part. Graph is a new thing which is nowadays focus is been shifted, means the part has been shifted to from searching and sorting to graph. If you look at the graph, recent year more questions are there than the previous one. Previously there used to be less number of questions, now there is a more number of questions. So if you prepare this topic very well, which topic? Sorting, graph, spanning tree, searching and sorting, including quick sort and merge sort, recurrence relation, asymptotic, then you will find that total coverage of rest of the part, I have included quick sort and merge sort over here. Rest of the part is greedy is only 4%, DNC 3%, that is 7, and dynamic programming is 7, that is 14. So rest of the part that we focus more, we learn more, we put more energy in learning the design. Our major part is what? Major part when we read the algorithm subject, where we spend more time. So we spend more time in design part. The different types of divide and conquer, different types of greedy method, different types of dynamic programming. But actually the focus is on not them. The major focus is complexity, quick sort and merge sort, including all other sorting algorithm, spanning tree, shortest path, and graph. Rest of this part is 86%. Okay, these algorithm contribute 86%, and rest of the part, rest algorithm, including Huffman also, to be honest. Huffman and optimal merge pattern, that rest part, dynamic divide and conquer, rest of the part, max min and other aspect that we learn in divide and conquer, apart from quick sort and merge sort, 3%, and altogether dynamic programming is 7%. The fact of this is that dynamic programming is not that important from GATE point of view. That is true. It may be, utility is more there in the competitive coding and the placement. Yes, it is having more important. But dynamic programming is not that important from GATE point of view. That is a fact. That analysis suggests. But that doesn't mean that we don't cover. We cover 8 to 10 algorithms related with dynamic programming. Why? Not a single topic should be left. Okay, so our strategy, we don't follow this. When we take the class, we don't follow this structure. We cover A to Z. But if you ask me preparation wise what is important, so yes, design part is having less important, apart from this topic, the analysis says that 80% goes to asymptotic, recurrence relation, sorting, spanning tree, shortest path, graph. 86%. And then rest of the part goes for only, that is your 14% is the rest of the part. So question coverage, you can cover all the question and you will find more question here only. Asymptotic, spanning tree, graph, there you find more and more question here. Okay, so that is the something that I need to say something about this this preparation strategy, and here I have accumulated everything over in this particular place. Prediction, again one more time I will say that you go here with this 2 question, be ready for the spanning tree, 1 from asymptotic complexity or recurrence relation, 1 from the graph, and 1 question from rest of the part. That is the something that we have to focus on. You say, like I said here about sorting 17%. Yes, sorting is 17%. There are more question, is a phase. So up to 14, 15, 16, up to 13 there was a phase, and suddenly from 14 onwards phase changes. So mainly if you look at here, sorting was concentrated previously, but nowadays there is not that much question coming from the sorting. Only 1 question you see, that was in 2021, and that is about the number of comparisons. So that is my prediction, and that is the way should you approach to this. Things are maybe difficult, maybe easy, that is okay, but we have to only concentrate on fundamentals. Fundamentals should be very clear. Difficult for all, easy must be attempted, and if you are having good fundamental, high chance that you will be able to solve maximum question from this. Not all, then maximum. Okay, so it will be challenge, but I think you will be through it if your fundamentals are strong. On that note, I'll stop the today's session of strategizing, how to strategize the algorithm, and what is my prediction, what topics can come. I have taken a walk through this, the paper of 2022-2021, both the set, and I think you can now feel that what kind of the question is asked, and this will give you very good insight about how to proceed further from here for this 2023. So I just I'll just say that I'll stop the today's session with this, and tomorrow I will come up with some questions. Based on that, we'll try to learn some concept related with algorithm. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.
Wise test and full length test. Then for mains preparation, I solved question banks which were given to me as a part of mains postal program from ACE Online. And then last but not the least, for interview preparation, I followed the interview guidance material which was given to me as a part of ACE Online's interview guidance program.
I am Vinit Kumar. I have secured All India Rank 1 in Mechanical Engineering in ESE 2021. I have been associated with ACE Engineering. I have taken various programs like Life's main classes, Postal Study course, test series, and interview guidance program. So would like to thank all the faculties of ACE. It has helped me in building my concepts and having my fundamentals cleared. I would also like to highlight that in test series, I have given various mock tests which have helped me in the time of real exam, and in interview guidance program, building confidence in front of interview panel. It has helped me in my success.
Myself, Abhishek Sharma. I have scored All India Rank 1 in UPSC Engineering Services Examination 2021 in Electrical Engineering discipline. Now I divide my preparation strategy into 3 basic things. The first thing is that you have to complete your syllabus from a basic standard source. The second thing is that you have to attempt previous year question. The third thing aspirant has to do is to solve as many test series as possible. I made 2 to 3 pages short notes of each and every subject. Now 2 to 3 pages short notes help in quick revision. If you keep working hard, you will definitely get success in this examination. This is what I followed, and I wish all the best for all the future aspirants. Thank you.
My name is Kuldeep. I have done my BTech from Ambedkar Institute of Technology, which is situated in Delhi, and I have secured All India Rank 1 in ESE 2021 from E&T branch. I took ACE Postal course, Mains Test Series and Interview Guidance Program in ESE 2020 and ESE 2021.